Echo. How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another Miata Saturday. Today we are working on the Rally Miata yet again, and we're going to be doing some things to the rear bumper. The decision was pretty much unanimous that you guys wanted to keep the bumper off, so that is what we're doing. However, we're going to clean it up a little bit. Yesterday I got some aluminum, and today we are going to use that to make like a rear bumper. Wow, like everything I say just echoes throughout my entire neighborhood. Hello. That's awkward. But we're gonna be cleaning up the rear end with this aluminum, making it kind of look like an off-road bumper, kind of. That's the goal. Before we start working with the aluminum, we're gonna go ahead and mock everything up with some cardboard, make the design out of this cardboard, and then we can trace it onto the aluminum, cut the aluminum out, and just put it on. The idea is to make a plate that starts here, goes out, goes down right here, and then we'll cut off the bottom of this, and then a plate that goes across here, and another plate that just covers this up. So we're pretty much just covering up from here up and cutting off from there down. Mother Nature has pretty much given us the finger with this weather. I mean, it's March 10th and it's 20 degrees out. I've been out here for about 3 minutes and my hands are already unfeelable. So we're gonna bring the car in the garage and work in there. Lighting's not as good, but blame this damn planet. Why is it so cold? It's March 10th. I feel like it should be so much warmer. Now, since this car has not been driven in like a month because, well, we haven't had the right wheels for a month, which, by the way, the wheels have finally shipped, so we should get them soon. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this car for a trip around the block, let her warm up, stretch her legs, and yeah, that's about it. Then we can get to work. This will probably be very scary to drive. The alignment's a little off, but you know, besides that, it's really not that bad. There's quite a bit of noise from the tires, but that's to be expected. I'm starting on this left side, making a plate that goes all the way down to here, and then I'll transfer that over to the right side, make something in the middle, transfer it to the metal, etc., etc. So we got this, starting right there. Oh, I didn't actually make it long enough, shit. The idea is to have something like this. I didn't make it quite long enough, so time to make another. So something like that. It's got two bends in it, one right there, one right there. Starts right there. Ends over those 4 holes. Oh, that's like perfect. Something like that's gonna be like perfect right there. We'll cut this side down at an angle to fit. We'll have this plate on both sides, and that's what it looks like on this side. So, I think that's pretty good. Time to cut those out. Number 1 is cut out. All right, they're both cut out. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and clean up all those edges because they're not the prettiest, so let's go ahead and fix that. Also, I don't want to see any comments about my gloves. My hands are freezing, and it's all I have. Oh, shit. this just broke off. Well, I'm glad that didn't happen 2 seconds ago. I cleaned the pieces up quite a bit. I'm gonna do the rest by hand just with some sandpaper to clean them up a little bit more. And then we can bend them, start putting them on the car. In order to fit the plates on here, we're gonna have to cut these little tabs off. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these 2 top tabs off. The third one's gonna be cut off with this, so we don't have to do anything with that. But the top 2 tabs gotta go. We'll mount something like that. Bend around like so. Instead of it being one smooth bend across the entire plate, I'm making it like we did with the cardboard with 2 sharper bends, like kind of like so. I feel like that is a little bit more aggressive, so that's what we're gonna do. And after a little bit of experimenting, going back and forth, we got the shape pretty much perfect. And it bolts up just like that. It fits perfectly flush against this top metal tab. However, there's the one little metal part that I have to cut out real quick. But it fits over that perfectly, so that's sweet. Just like that. We need something in the middle and we need something on the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and bend this one up and bolt it in on the other side. So here is the kind of finished product. The next thing to do is to firstly take it all off, then cut the bottom of the ender fender, then paint these and put them back on. I'm also gonna trim this middle one so there's not that big overhanging flap thing. Keep in mind this is the first thing I've ever made with metal, so you know, I'm pretty proud. It's not a very hard thing to do, but I think it's cool. Wow, that's off. I'm sorry, you've been chopped. Your food sucks ass. That is that. You know, I might as well cut the entire thing off, but I'm not gonna bother. I don't wanna go too far and regret it, so I'm gonna leave it like this. Alright, so the other side inner fender is cut. And that means we're done cutting. We have to scratch all these guys up with some sandpaper, and then we can get to painting. One down, 4 to go. No, 2 to go. What the fuck? And here are the 3 panels, sanded and, actually no, that's it, just sanded. I'm gonna go ahead and clean them with some simple green. Luckily, this bed liner stuff is pretty tough, so it doesn't exactly matter if I get all the grease off. I want to try to get the most off, but if we were painting these with some normal paint, we would go ahead and use some degreaser, paint prep stuff, and make sure they're all clean, but this will be good enough. Oh yeah, actually that's really getting off some of this dirt. First layer is on. I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry, do a couple more, and I'll get back to you guys when they are finished. Plates are all painted up. They're still a little wet, so I'm gonna let them dry a little more so I don't get fingerprints on them, but we'll get that nice textured finish. I love it. I also just found out something scary. There was a shooting in downtown St. Charles, which is about 2 minutes away from my house, and what? St. Charles is like the nicest neighborhood you can live in. I went out to get some food and there were a ton of helicopters around, and I was like, what the heck's going on? I come back, check Facebook, and there was a shooting. All right, guys, it is on. I'm pretty happy with that, although I can't really see much inside this tiny ass garage. So let's go ahead and take it out and see how it looks. Alright guys, that is going to be it for today. We built and installed those rear panels on the bumper thing. Let me know what you guys think. I think it looks a little funny right now, but once we get the bash bar on there, then I think it's gonna look pretty good. For it being the first time I've ever worked with metal, I'm happy with it. I do want to quickly say that I am in dire need of a hardtop. So if you live in the Chicagoland area or a couple hours out from Chicago and you have a hardtop that you'd be willing to sell, please let me know. For Miata, obviously NA or NB will work, preferably black, but any color, any condition. I'm gonna be drilling into it, so I don't really want it to be super nice, but please let me know. Email me at gingiumgaming@gmail.com. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like. And if you are new, please make sure to subscribe. We've got some installs coming on Molly, and the remaining wheels for the Rally Miata are coming Monday, so stay tuned for both of those things. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.